Good evening, everyone, and I hope my screen is clearly visible to everyone. Okay, so I hope you all are doing absolutely amazing today. And first of all, thank you so much for taking out your valuable time and joining us for this session today. And this is Shrishti. I'll be your host for today's session on Claude Code Mastery. So today we are going to discuss a practical hands-on on project-based roadmap for software developers, tech leads, and AI enthusiasts who want to leverage Claude Code for production level coding, automating workflows, and enhancing software development with AI. So, we are also going to discuss a proven three-step framework today to master this Claude Code, integrate AI into the real engineering workflow, and position yourself for top AI developer roles. So, while moving forward, I just also wanted to know that from which country all of you guys are joining today. So you can just drop in the chat box the country name so that I know that from where exactly you all are joining. So I can see people, Mukund from Germany, US, okay, Liverpool, UK, USA. Great, great. So I can see a lot of global audience here, and it's great to see. And it's wonderful to have you all here. And quickly moving forward, I also want this in the chat box that are you currently a developer, architect, student, or are you currently working in AI/ML? You can just type developer, architect, student, or working in AI/ML. Great. I see a lot of mix here, architect, AI engineer, developer. Okay, that's great. The session is designed to add value to all of you. So maybe everyone just stay tuned. We will be covering each and everything, whatever you are having an expectations on. Moving forward, whatever this session is all about, coming 70, 90 minutes, I just wanted to tell you that by this end of the session, what all are the things that you will be learning and you'll be having an idea on. So what Claude Code actually is, how AI agents are changing software development, how developers can build faster using AI, real world engineering use cases, and how you can position yourself in AI transformation. So all of this is something that we will be covering by the end of this session today. So this slide, what you see here is just to give you a high level idea on how we are going to guide you. Okay. It is just not about learning a tool. It's about building real skills, implementing them, projects, positioning yourself strategically, and preparing for career growth in AI driven development. So we focus on learning, implementation, as you can see, positioning, and interview readiness. So everything we will be covering. So just stay tuned for the same. And moving forward here, now let's talk about something very important. Our proven three-step framework, which was founded by our um, Atul sir, and maybe he has transformed a lot of people, having them onboarded and giving them a complete guidance on how you can make your journey very easy through getting 250K plus AI jobs. So as you can see here, the step one is learning and building. So you master Claude Code and related technologies, and simultaneously you complete the real world project as well, so that you're not just learning theory and you are applying it as well. Moving on, you can see the step two, that is the resume preparation and LinkedIn optimization. So, your resume must be ATS compliant and your LinkedIn profile must be optimized to attract the recruiters. We will be discussing everything in detail, but for right now, I just wanted you all to give you a glimpse on everything. Step three is moving forward with the interview preparation. This includes both tech interviews and the behavioral interviews that are fully prepared and making you to crack a real world interview and secure a job as an end goal. Moving forward, if you want to see that, like, people who are planning to aim for 250K plus salary jobs in AI, ML, MLOps, Gen AI, Agentic AI, or whatsoever domain, you can just mention what stage you are at, like what exactly is the current stage. Are you not confident? Are you not getting the interview calls, or maybe you're not getting the job offers? We will be discussing everything in detail, that how you can go to not confident to confident to apply for the job opportunities, how you can look for the multiple interview calls, and how you can get the multiple job offers. So you can see how we are doing it all here. Many people, they are not confident to apply. They don't get interview calls and they don't receive the job offers. So how do we change that? To become confident, you focused on project-based learning, as you can see in the step one, and all of the relevant certifications which are required. In step two, if somebody is not getting interview calls, for getting multiple interview calls, you need to see that whether your resume is ATS compliant or whether your LinkedIn is optimized or not. Moving forward, multiple job offers, you need to negotiate on salary and the mock interviews, which is very important. Tech plus behavioral, we will be discussing forward ahead in the session, but for now, just giving you a glimpse at all of this is something which is a complete structure to follow. Moving forward, you can see a lot of professionals who have transitioned into AI roles. Some secured AI engineer positions, some doubled their salary, some have moved into the senior enterprise roles. So if you can see, Steve here got a job as an AI engineer and landed a role as generative AI engineer, incredible learning experience at K21, hands-on, well-structured, and complex AI into the clear mentors. We also have Debashish got job as AI engineer, and I'm thrilled to share that what I have successfully landed a job as an AI engineer. The Azure AI ML job oriented program was very well structured. So you can see multiple responses from multiple people who have already got the result. Talking about Shrija, who was struggling to get job into AIML after struggling to find a job in Canada from a long time, I landed a job in AIML. Moving forward, you also see SJ doubled her salary and husband got the job as well. It works, keep the faith. My husband and I got a new job. Shovik, job as a senior enterprise architect. I received an offer for 12-month contracting job with BOA as a senior enterprise architect for financial services. Again, from no interview calls to job offers in 2 weeks. Like I've moved to Australia, was struggling to get a job, and by following a certain framework, they have achieved what they were looking from past, God knows like how many years. Moving forward, coming on to the thing that is Claude Code Mastery Roadmap. This is the actual roadmap, what exactly it looks like. You start with the foundations of Cloud Code and then move to installation, setup, workspace configuration. You learn prompting for code intelligence, slash command, CLI deep dives, sub agents, integration, security, governance, and advanced techniques. So finally, you complete the capstone project at the end, as you can see, the 12th pointer, where your profile is portfolio ready AI powered development project that showcases your real capabilities. Moving forward, you can see a lot of people who have done the same and have got the results. These are the individuals just like you who got into this and followed the complete structure, and they have gotten results. You can see their name and their LinkedIn profile. This shows what is possible when you commit to a structured learning. You can also see that at K21 Academy, we are already have trained 45,000 plus learners till now, and the number is still growing. So we are a global community for cloud and AI professionals focused on real transformation, not just certifications. So now let's make this workshop a bit more interactive, and I request everybody to stay focused for whatever we are covering, and please feel free to drop all of the questions in the chat box at any point of time when you feel like you're curious to know something. So the session is more interactive, you will be able to take the more value out of it. Just before coming on to the Claude Code roadmap, we just wanted to also tell you that what could be the four phases of learning path. The phase one is introduction to Claude Code and setup. The phase two is going to be deep dive into Claude CLI and configurations. The phase three is exploring advanced features and integration, and the phase four is going to be security, advanced techniques, and project implementation. So and moving forward, now it's the time to have the most important part for today's session. And we have one of our experts with us, someone who is actively working on real-time AI and cloud projects and implementing these concepts in production environments on daily basis. He will take you deeper into Claude Code, show practical insights, and explain how it works. So I would actually have a very warm welcome to Saurabh. Saurabh, you can please take over from here.
Yeah, hi, Shrishti. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Allow me a minute. Sorry. All right. So I hope I'm audible to all of you.
Yes, you are audible.
Thank you. All right, guys. I welcome all of you in this session. And let me start with my introduction. My name is Saurabh Taneja, and I have more than 14 years of experience in the same domain. After being graduated, I moved into Android side, and then after I started delivering trainings for Java and Android. But after 2016, I switched into machine learning, deep learning, and many other stuff related to the same domain. But after 19, I did a lot of certifications related to Microsoft Azure, and since last total 13 plus years of experience in the same domain. And last 14 years, 13 years, I have delivered more than many professionals, and I delivered a lot of sessions in different organizations in different part of the world. But today our topic is about Claude Code, and we will start talking about it. Just to provide the better bandwidth in my voice, I'm just putting my camera off, and we'll proceed with this thing. So, guys, recently, I hope you have heard about the name Anthropic. Recently, like we all know, the war is going on, and in the war, also, the experts and U.S. government also mentioned they are using Anthropic's Cloud Code. Not basically Cloud Code they mentioned, but they mentioned about Anthropic, and they have some other deals with them. Definitely, this is the time for something advanced. We were already aware about LLMs. We are aware about a lot of different technologies which are going around the world. But code is something which is at the top right now in the world. But before diving into the Claude Code, let's start talking about something very interesting. Like we have something agent and agentic AI. And before diving into this agent and agentic AI stuff, let me just a little bit talk about in the past, we had machine learning, right? Machine learning, something like learning of the models, like where we have historical data by which we start teaching to the machine, like how they need to behave. To handle a large amount of data, we moved into deep learning. Deep learning is some concept which work based on the neural network, right? In which we have a lot of information being passed through multiple layers, and we try to well train our model. This all was going well. My model was able to perform various tasks. We were talking about AI a lot based on deep learning. We were developing NLP, computer vision, information extraction, many different applications. I'm not going to talk more about that NLP or computer vision or these things. We all are aware. NLP is something where we talk about the text data or spoken data. Right now, I'm speaking in English, but you want to listen something in the Deutsch, ich kann sprach auf Deutsch or Chinese or in Portugal. Yes, we can do that. But these were something like by which you could develop such application where we could have something related to speech or text data, that is NLP. Computer vision is something where we have some images or the videos. Low, detecting the location where the missile is going. A lot of things are happening all around the world. But this is something, these are based on AI is playing very much important. We were doing all this stuff very interesting. But in 2017, something happened. After this, we heard about the name LLM. We had language model already with us, which was able to do perform, means like it could do a lot of different stuff, translation or doing some auto completion kind of work. But now the problem was with large amount of data. So this is something that happened after the transformer model architecture. This research paper was released in late 2017, and after that, this architecture was evolved. Earlier, also, we had encoder decoder, we had something internally, attention, then it became a self attention, then later on, multi head attention, and the architecture was changed. The scientists did a lot of improvement in the model, and as a result, we got these amazing things. And on the basis of it, all the development, all the major changes you are watching right now in the world is just due to these LLM. In the beginning, we had T5, we had BERT, we had GPT-1. These were the popular LLM. But after 2022, means basically 23, 30th November 23, everyone started talking about LLM because it was now in the reach of a layman person who is not much programmer, who is more just like a layman person, but they all start using the LLM. That is the reason first 2 months were something like where 100 million plus user touch ChatGPT. Anyways, this is something, all things were happening, and we start calling this technology or this complete era as generative AI era. But still, we were not able to digest it. We got another one, agentic AI. What is the difference here? Only nothing like here, we are making it automatic. We are adding the number of tools. In the chat GPT, in Gemini, or you are using a lot of different such platform where you are passing the prompt and you are getting the response in the text form. Yeah, everyone is using this, right? But right now, what is happening? We are trying to, we are saying, and then after you want to perform the task as well. I'm talking about action. For example, when you are playing with somewhere in the with this chat GPT and you says plan a itinerary for 3 days and just Paris, just like that. I'm just writing in short. Anyways, so this is a itinerary for 3 days Paris, and it will start creating 3 day itinerary for me for Paris, right? So this is day one, day two, and something. But this is something I am able to see only the responses here, right, in the text form. But with it, I was wishing like it could be able to find the best flight for me, right? It could be able to provide me the best hotel as per my requirement. So if I want to do these kind of tasks, I need agents, right? So these agent and agentic AI, a lot of terms are there in this word nowadays. But agent, what is agent? Let's start talking about this thing from the scratch, and then after we will dive into Claude Code. But agent is nothing. This is a system that perform a task that you tell it to do, right? Means where you want to perform some task, an entity that performs specific task and action based on input, right? Think of it just like a calculator, and this can follow the instruction. This will react to your input, and it usually work based on fixed rule. Whatever the rules you mention, you are saying like it should do this. If the user is sending the query like itinerary with the travel industry, I may have some specific rules. I can my agent can perform some specific tasks. You says to handle the query or any complaint from the vendor side, and vendor is saying I purchased this laptop, but I'm facing some issues. My screen is not opening, my mouse is not working, something like that. And you want your agent should understand that one, what kind of problem is this, and all after analyzing you need to analyze how much time it can take, maybe 1 day, maybe 5 days, maybe 10 days, and with that you will be passing this query to the right department, and then after you are reverting to the end user once again. So think about it. I'm talking about various steps one by one that will be performed, and that work will be done by agent only. While what is agentic AI? Agentic AI is something, an autonomous AI system that plan, decide, and act independently to achieve the goal. So this is something more advanced. It can plan, it will make the decision, it can act independently, and it can take the multiple steps to achieve a goal. And it can improve over the time as well. We have some example like advanced AI assistant that manage workflow, self-driven car, complex automation. So overall, when you talk about agents, agent is nothing, a specific system or program that perform the task, just like chatbot, just like any recommendation system we discussed about Paris trip, right? While agentic AI is something that describes the actual quality or behavior of that system, it means AI can act on its own and can make decision, work towards the goal. These kind of different examples can be. But anyways, our focus is not on it, but we want to proceed further. Like as we are talking, like here we have few steps in agentic AI that need to perform. Just take an agentic AI example like that, onboarding our new developer. So instead of giving step-by-step instruction, we just give a call. That is the key difference, where AI doesn't wait for instruction like creating the checklist, creating account, send email. Instead, it think what are the steps required to do onboard someone, right? So it can create a onboarding checklist. It will break the goal into the smaller tasks and order them logically, right? Well, then after it can use the different tools. AI can use the available system, just like we can have HR system, we can have GitHub, Slack, email system. So these are something. So agentic AI doesn't just generate the text, it interacts with the real system. Then after, we can have the memory here that you would like to attach. As a word indicate, memory. And memory, it remember company onboarding template, a previously onboarding workflow, and maybe some of the policies that need to be remembered. So it doesn't start from scratch every time, and it can use the memory for the following things. Then after to execute, now it can act just like creating a GitHub account. It will send the email. It will schedule some intro meetings, and it can also attach or add into the Slack channels. So this is autonomous execution, not just the suggestions. So just like onboarding our new employee, we can just do these all stuff one by one. In these all stuff, tools and memories plays very much important role. Just like we have these all stuff, agent will decide on the runtime what kind of task need to be performed. And for this, I can have 10 different tools with me, but which tool will perform the best thing? On the runtime, whenever user is passing some query, it can remember from the past experience. And it can take the goals in center. Accordingly, it will perform the different tasks and then after use the environment. And finally, it will give response to the end user. So this is something that is working at the back. But right now, our main agenda for this session is a Claude. And before talking about the Claude, we should think about Anthropic. Last 14th Feb, like I'm talking about 14th Feb last month. So Anthropic CEO gave the one statement that was something like in next 6 months to 1 year, you don't need to do a lot of coding part. In short, he said a lot of jobs may go out of the market. It doesn't mean like everything is going out, but yes, slowly there will be new responsibilities will be coming. And Anthropic is playing very much important role in the world. I hope you heard about one more big statement that was a very small article that became so much popular last month as well. And that was nothing. A simple line was there. Something big is happening. And you can read that one on internet. And then after you can see like what have been done in the past few months and what is the prediction for next to 1 to 2 years. And definitely everyone need to dive into some new stuff. I'm not saying Anthropic is everything, but yes, whatever the new technologies are coming, everyone need to adapt to stay in the market, right? So this is something that we are listening from the different reports. But right now, Anthropic is nothing. It is a AI research and technology company dedicated to building safe, reliable, interpretable artificial intelligence system. Last month also, I was delivering one session for one of the US client, and they suggested me to see one movie because we were talking about responsible AI, and this is the an agenda of Anthropic as well. Responsible AI means like we all are using AI, we are developing a lot of solutions related to AI, but are we using ethically? Is there any standard rules and regulation in the world? Is there any center point or someone who is deciding all this rule? Still, we are in the very early stage of AI. And we can say still we don't have any centralized repository or someone can say like there is a standardization for AI, still not. That is why we all are in a fear also AI can be dangerous for the future as well. And that's why every big organization, including Anthropic, Microsoft, Azure, or sorry, this AWS or Google, just like all these companies have their own set of rules and regulation. And these regulations comes under responsible AI, the governance. We have a lot of compliances to follow these kind of stuff. And that's why Anthropic also work on the same environment. They have the clear mission. They just want AI to be helpful, honest, and harmless. Right? Helpful, honest, and harmless. This is a very clear agenda. That's another thing. Once again, a few weeks back, again there was a news. An Indian guy who left Anthropic, he resigned just due to something going unusual. But that is another thing. But again, something that we see in the front, maybe like it is not as simple in the front. Means like something wrong is going to be happen at the back. But again, this is something like it should be ethical for the world. This is one important thing. But anyways, coming back to the main agenda, Anthropic. We are talking about this is aligning with safety and responsible AI. These are the very very top priority for this organization, and that's why they become so much popular in the world as well. Just not only due to this, but with their product as well. They have three main products here: Claude AI models. Now they don't have anything from outside, just like some of the organization who are using the different models from other vendors. But right now, their Anthropic have their own AI models are there, and we have three important models. I will discuss later about it. With that, and enterprise AI solutions, like where we are talking about some better solutions, like based on your requirement. Like in case you want to go with enterprise and developer API, you want to make more flexible applications, you want to include some APIs, and then after you would like to include these AI capabilities in your existing project, you can do that. Again, I will broadcast all this stuff, but main focus of this organization is to AI safety alignment, responsible deployment, and long-term AI reliability. So let's see what I'm talking. I'm talking about Anthropic. So this is the website of Anthropic, like very clearly mentioned, AI research and product that put safety at the frontier. So you can find like something interesting things are on the web, like where we can have some release, some of the information. So you can just explore this one. And in case you would like to use, you can click on this try Claude, and it will redirect you to this page where you can ask various questions, just like we see on the Chat GPT or Gemini. But believe me, it is much better than them. So anyways, this is something like I'm talking, but right now we have another thing here to talk about Claude. Hey, what is a Claude and why we got this name? Claude is coming like where it is based on the name of the father of information technology, right? Claude, and the name is taken from there. And this is the family of advanced AI model designed to assist with reasoning, writing, coding, research, and problem solving. Yes, guys, this is something that can help you for various tasks. You can think about it. Anthropic is the company name, and Claude is nothing, it's a product. And we are using this product for a lot of purposes like business productivity, software development, customer support, education, and research, right? Instead of all these use cases, in the recent war, US Army is using Anthropic Claude for focusing on some their target, like they are just using this Anthropic for the same purpose, and they mentioned that thing, right? So you can see one news report I saw, and that's why I'm saying this. And they are revealing like they wanted to see the effect after or before the war, like how the things are happening there, right? So anyways, but this is something like with that competitor to OpenAI, and I hope you have seen that picture as well in the recent summit in India, in Delhi. Like one side we saw OpenAI's CEO Sam Altman, and the other side we had Claude's Anthropic CEO, and they both didn't shake their hand. Means like that was not basically shaking; they were just raising the hand together, everyone, but they didn't. But definitely there is some big competition between the OpenAI and Anthropic. And apart from that, Google, Sundar Pichai, was also on the other side. But anyways, these are the competitors. But right now, we are talking about Claude. Hey, where is Claude? Claude. There we can find. You can check this website as well to check it out, like AI for problem solver. And definitely, when you talk about any problem, you are just ingesting your prompt and you are expecting the solution. At the back end, we have a lot of other stuff that used to go on at the backside. But right now, there we can see like you just write down your prompt, provide the system message, like how it should behave, and immediately you can get the response like that. Like we're getting this response. This is just an example, but to check it out, like see this small video for 1 minute, right? I'm going to start and let me know like if you can hear this voice. Was it audible? Yeah. Okay, just need to open the chat. All right. So I think like it is not so just to see that like small video like which is showing us how we are increasing the productivity, how we are going with Claude, and we can handle the very complex queries. Why we are talking about Claude? Importantly, guys, we have many other platforms out there which seems to be like similar, but this is beyond. Why I'm saying this is beyond? Because it has the great capability to handle very large code bases. I'm just talking about code bases because our session is mainly based on Claude Code. Otherwise, I could talk about Claude.ai and API, by which you could use these AI models for multiple purposes. But Claude Code specifically and CLI based platform, and you can handle very big repository and you can have n number of different tasks that you would like to do. Either you talk about refactoring, you're talking about the testing, you want to do add a document, and as well as you want to make your complete application from scratch. Yes, guys, like just I will show you these demos and you will be shocked. Like if you're watching it for the first time and this is, really changing the world. Anyways, let's proceed and let's talk more about it. I'm talking about this Claude, and I just discussed we have the three important platforms: Claude.ai. Basically, these three are the different product. Claude.ai. This is something like that seems to be like similar, just like we use ChatGPT or Gemini. With that, we have Claude API. This is dedicatedly for developers. I discussed to develop your flexible applications, or you would like to use your AI models in existing apps, you can use that. But importantly, our focus is right now on Claude Code, and that is for engineer. Engineer, it doesn't mean like developers are not engineers. They are there too. But right now, the person who do the lot of coding, who is want to get the advantage of Claude Code to do a lot of daily work related to your coding, development, debugging, developing a code applications. Even you are a layman person, they can also use this platform for their future betterment. I can assure you. After 30 minutes, you will be shocked and you will be definitely happy to get enter into this stuff. But right now, what is this Claude.ai? Let's talk about it. So this is nothing. This is for everyone. AI assistant for daily task. Daily task means like daily, I'm talking about writing, summarization, Q&A, research. I have the doc. I would like to extract useful information out of it. I can do that. I want to get the chat, writing, research, these all stuff as I discussed. And simple web interface, no coding skills required. This is important. We don't need to know any programming, any coding, or not need to be technical person. And this is very best for productivity, content creation, and general use. Where we can find this Claude.ai, I showed you guys. So there you can just reach directly on Claude.ai, and after that you can reach on this page. And then after you can ask any query, like for example, say what is the future of Claude AI models? Or I should say, what can they do? Hey guys, I'm just asking what can I do using the Claude AI models. And we have three important models out there. I will discuss as that is something at the bottom. But here you would like to see like here text and writing, coding and technical work, analysis and research, conversation assistant, multimodal vision, agentic AI tool use, documents. Right, very good. What are the different models? Right? I have the three important models out there. So we have Haiku, we have Sonnet, and Opus. These three are very important models out there, and I will discuss about it. But this is Claude.ai. You can immediately get responses just like we use in daily life. But Claude.api, this is nothing, mainly used for the developers. And this API is something that you want to integrate Claude into your own application, just like we get the full programmatically control. You would like to make the automation or maybe some custom workload, like you can do custom workload or scalable for production system. For these purposes, you can use this. Building AI powered application. See how you can use that. What I mean, first of all, maybe some of you may be coming from the technical background, you know about some of the programming language. If you know, that is something. But in case once we will start our course, that time it will be from the scratch. We will discuss first of all how you can just get leading of the programming language, and after that you can start writing some of the programming code like that, like where we have some variable holding the system message, updated prompts. This is mainly for prompt engineering, how you can make your application better by adding the more examples into your this solution. And later on, you would like to integrate with your existing app. This is something you can get that. For all this stuff, you need to get your API first of all, and you can start doing this all by using this Claude Code Docs, where you can start learning this stuff one by one. We will discuss in very much detail. We will have a lot of use cases, a lot of practicals and projects, like how you can dive into these all stuff and start developing your own application, right? We will talk about it later on. But right now, this is something API. I repeat, Claude.ai is for layman person. Also, like you want to get the advantage of daily work, summary, or you want to get the sentiment analysis. While this is something you want to develop your own application or want to integrate these things into existing app. Then after, we have very important Claude Code. And this is our agenda. So right now, guys, I will have a lot of different examples related to it. But what exactly Claude Code is? So this is something we are using for engineers. This is Claude inside your IDE. IDE, we understand, integrated development environment. Which IDE we can use? Sir, we can go with multiple IDEs, but right now we will focus on this kind of VS Code. In the VS Code, you can just check it out. Like at the top side, you can find we have a small orange button is here. So when I click on it, I'm able to see this Claude Code. You may be wondering, like, okay, sir, you got it, but right now this seems to be like a simple chat, just like we were able to see Claude.ai. Taking time to open, yeah, we are able to find this thing just like a simple Claude.ai. I will need to interact and I can perform the different tasks to you. But right now, this is mainly for your this part. I can have my repository, I can have my big projects in which I can have hundred or thousands of files. Please mind it, what I said, thousands of files. Is this really? Yes. We can also bring all of this code base into its context. And after that, you would say, I would like to debug, I would like to explain. I joined this organization last week only. Could you please help me to explain this repository? Could you please help me to debug this particular file that is index.html? Or you want to say, can you please help me to, sorry, sorry, I'm just, sorry. So putting a lot of pressure, sorry. So index.html, for example, I have my web page and you says, I would like to do some modification in this page. I have some other theme. Could you please apply on all the pages? You just need to write. You just need to give the right prompt and you will see the result immediately using MCP. What is MCP? If you are new in this, no worries. MCP is also very buzzword nowadays with agents. I will discuss each and every one after in next 15-20 minutes. But hold on and please allow me some time. And I'm just talking about this is nothing Claude Code, where you want to develop your complete application. I will broadcast you like with a few prompts and you would like to develop your complete website. Is it? Yeah. And then after you want to do refactoring, you want to do maybe like some kind of debugging, you want to give your own UI and immediately you want to deploy and you want to use it just like a complete app for your end user. All this stuff will be done in few minutes. But before diving further, like we are talking about these platforms, three different products with great popularity. But what is at the back? I discussed Anthropic have their own models, Haiku, Sonnet, and Opus. So these are three important models are there, which are playing important role in the progress of these three. But before moving ahead, let's talk about this Haiku first. So Haiku is also very popular, but it is popular for fastness and the cheap. So in short, like this is mainly for speed mode, and you can use it for basic work, just like summarizing the email or classify sport ticket. If you need 1,000 quick responses per minute, you don't want to be a philosopher and you want a speed, right? So that time it will be good for speed. While Sonnet is something which is for balanced and reliability. So this is where most of the developer lives. And you want to do a lot of tasks, like you want a documentation for complete repository or for a particular file, or you want to analyze the data. That time you can go with this thing. It comes with good cost and very stable. While Opus is a little costlier, but very important. At Anthropic, like a lot of guys from Anthropic, they suggest to use Opus. Definitely, it is little costlier, but it gives you best response. It takes little more token, but these are worthful, and you will get a very, very amazing result by using this because this is deeper and powerful. This is for big thinking, right? Wherever you have more complex tasks, you will want to do it, you can go with this all stuff, right? Anyways, but right now I'm talking about this platform Anthropic, and we have these different pricing also for different plans. In case you want to try the Claude, you can reach directly on this pricing page, or you can write down simplecloud.com and you will find this try Claude here on this place, right? Apart from that, here we will have this pro version is comes with $17 and max or team version is with $100, right? You can proceed with it. Right now, I want to talk about some commands, and these commands are something very important. Right now, you would like to play with this platform, right? I mentioned like you can start playing with repository. Like here we have repositories here, we have the terminal. Basically, you want to play with all of these repository on the terminal. In case you want to bring this one at the top so that you can see effectively, like we can do that, and I can close this. Okay, just a minute. And right now, so it's not working in my Mac. Just before the session, it becomes some issue. So no worries, I will switch on to the Windows laptop. And now you can find this is a place to which we call Claude extension. And you want to write anything, you can write your prompt and it will start working for it. So for example, I try, basically, I'm not sure whether it's working here or not, but it's not working in CLI, but let me try, otherwise I will. So for example, explain the project. So guys, could you please see that, like what is happening here? I'm just mentioning, could you please explain the project? Please check it out. It's saying thinking. And then after it start executing this file, this complete drive download, whatever I had this repository, and this is demo weather one. Where is that? You can find at the top, we have demo weather one, right? So I already prepared this repo in advance. And apart from that, I have this demo weather app. In fact, I will create it from the scratch just to save the time I have already prepared in the Flask weather dashboard. I prepared this one just by giving one prompt and my complete website was ready. In this architecture, you can find we have a few important files, app.py. What is this? Config, template, test. I got the complete information here. After that, we have one more project is here that is about the bank interest calculator, where I have something, I have the architecture, the files of these files, and the teaching purpose, like what I have right now here, right? So this is all that I'm talking, right? But right now, why we are talking? Because here we want to use this repository again. And for this part, I will need to go with some commands. And there we have multiple commands are there, which can help you to get to use these things in more detail. So right now, very first, this is built-in shortcut to trigger powerful coding action. I want to perform multiple tasks with my repository, with my code base, with my project, whatever you have. But right now, in case you would like to play with it, you can have some shortcuts to do some specific task again and again. And it will be same for you in your environment or in any other environment. Either you are using or your teammate is using. What I mean, just like we have the /help command. This will help you to list all of the available slash commands. And there it will start showing you multiple different commands in this Claude Code. It will start broadcasting. Clear. As the name indicate, it will reset the conversation text context. So guys, when you talk about LLM, when we talk about agent, this word is very much important. Context. Why so? Use when Claude is confused or stuck. For example, in the current repository, I start discussing about, for example, I start discussing about this repository, about this project, in which I first talk about, like, could you please help me to do the testing? Then after I'm talking about to add authorization, could you deploy or could you do this? And what if I am going to change this? Multiple things are there. Or I'm saying to do the change in UI, this, that. Oh, Claude confused. And during this time, you have already gathered a lot of context, a lot of tokens here. What next? Next time, if you will ask any other questions, that time your Claude efficiency can be degraded. I mean, you may not get the best response through it. So what should I do? I should come back and do the clear. That means you are resetting the conversation context. You want to remove the whatever the wrong thing in your mind and start your conversation from the scratch, right? So that time it can be used. Init is one of the very, very important command. Please, everyone, how your Claude is working at the back. In the init, you are going to create Claude.md a memory file. It will set team-wide convention for the project. And it is something like where we want to initialize. Initialize means like there you would like to create a memory file. It means like whatever in the repository, we have something, some different files, a lot of summary, a lot of things are there in the file. And I want everything to be saved in a file. Why so? Like next time, if user is asking any query, it will first come to this Claude.md, and whatever the input I have related to it, instead of wasting time, instead of using a lot of token to read all the files again, I have the summary of it. I have the summary of my complete project. So every time it will be, accessing this, and on the basis of it, it will give the responses. If you understand, that's fine. I will demonstrate each and everything in the Windows laptop. So with that, we have the doctor. As the name indicate, it just run a health check. It will verify authentication, will check the node version, connectivity, and all the stuff it will be done. With that, compact. Compact is again something. Like related to my project, I asked a lot of questions. This time we are not, making confused, but everything, whatever we did, these all things are important. But to save the context, I would like to compress it. Just like, for example, I'm delivering this session for 8 hours. And after 4 hour, after 5 hour, I would like to summarize what we have covered in last 5 modules till now, right? I would like to summarize. This is the same thing compact will do. It will just compress all the things, will save all of the things just like a compressed form, and so that the further task will become easy. It means it will start saving the tokens. Means like I don't need to read each and every stuff in very much detail. It have already made the zip file kind of thing. You can just assume like they have a lot of content and they did the zip file so that they will occupy the less space, right? So keep long session effective. This is important, right? With that file, right now when I said like in the previous example, I said the things explain the project, and it did for both the project, right? Instead of that, I wanted to say like this is the path of it. For example, I'm just going to pick and I'm saying this address lab1. And now I want to say explain this project and check test files, right? I'm just asking, okay, like you need to talk about this particular part. In case right now I wanted to do, I could do it with the file /file, or I could copy this file path directly. Both will work in the similar way. But right now, you please pay attention what is happening. First of all, it start reading all the files. You can see at the back, we have these tools out there. In the Claude Code, when they are doing read, it means it based on this prompt, what user want to do. And on the basis of it, it is using the tools. If you remember in the very first slide, I discussed about agent and agentic AI. That time I said we want to use the tools, and these are inbuilt tools in these agents. And agents are using these tools for checking what they need. They need to read all the files in this lab project. What are the different files we have? This is going to read. You can see account.py. We have accounts, we have interest. Can you see that? Account, interest, setting, right? You can check it out. Like this is going to read all of these files. And on the basis of it, I got the explanation of this project. I got the complete chaining of it. And with that, I asked about test file. Yes, we have. It is saying test file analysis, test and test interest.py. Where is that test? Here we have this test folder. And can you please check that? This test underscore interest.py. And for this particular file, we have something, and it is going to tell us in more detail what is in this file and what is missing. Still, it is able to tell us like what is missing in your code. Isn't it amazing? And in case you want to improve it, you can also say immediately it will do it for you. Could you debug, like in case we have something is missing, or we could say directly for debugging of it. But before doing, it's saying like allow the bash command. Can I execute this file? Which file, sir? Test underscore interest.py. I say yes, right? And it will start executing. It executed the code and got some error, right? Evaluation command not found Python. So it's saying like Python is not there. So can I run this with a PyTest? I say yes, right? Similarly, it will start performing the task for me and asking again and again. In case if I want to do all of them, I say like I believe on you, and in case you want to do it, all the things you do it or click on it, which is not a good practice, right? But in case whatever you do, allow it as per your need. But right now I'm just skipping so that I can save my time, because we have limited time to do that. But right now, by this way, it is just opening the multiple files, you're asking for each and every small changes, and then after it will give you the best code in front of you. Will take a little time, but right now would like to access the files on your desktop folder. Okay, right? Actually, I reinstalled my OS. That's why it is asking again. But anyways, right now, in case you want to do the same stuff, in case you want to stop, I can click on the stop button or escape button, right? But right now, guys, like here we have these all stuff is here. And with that, could you please see at the bottom, ask before edits, right? In case why it is asking me again and again, because I opened this mode, ask before that. In case if I want to change, I could click on this button again and edit automatically. This time, if I will give the prompt, it will automatically edit, right? You can do it by this way, or you could do it with the help of Shift plus Tab, right? Right now, it was working on a test file, testinterest.py, right? I hope you're understanding this whole stuff, but these are few things, but right now I wanted to talk about file. Okay, can I do it with this way as well? So if I want to execute any file, so here you have the file. As I click on the file, I got attach file, right? And when I click on it, I wanted to add this folder, or I wanted to add this file directly, readme, I could click on this. And I want to say give summary. Right, it will start giving me summary for readme.md. It is itself is a summary only, but still I got that thing. Similarly, if I could get any other file, I could. So again, by clicking on file, I could click on the attach file, or instead of saying this readme file, I could say this app, or I wanted to get this services account.py. Now this time I want to pick this, or I could say what. So say, how can I add JWT authorization, right? I want to add authorization in this. So maybe like I'm just saying account.py, I pick by clicking on /file, and I can see it will start thinking, make sure I'm just asking, how can I? And it will start giving me the, that approach, what can be my approach. So it's saying, how do you want to add JWT authorization to lab one? Using Flask, using Fast API, or something else? I say, can you see at the bottom? Escape to cancel. Or in case if you want to add your own answer, or you could write that. So I say skip for now. Even I could click on the escape also, but right now I'm saying skip for now. And on the basis of it, it's saying, got it, it's skipping for now. Let me know whenever you are ready to add this JWT or want to do anything else. Isn't it amazing? So you are just interacting, you are just behaving just like any expert guys next to you. Amazing, right? Anyway, so this is file. With that, like I was talking about some extra commands. Let's say, like in case some of the command will not work, this will be working only in terminal. But right now, say I have done some work, and at the back, this Claude code have some context at the back. I would like to clear it. So this will remove the context at the behind, whatever the things are there. But one of the very important command is here, init. And init is something which will help us to create a Claude.md file. Please remember what is happening. Claude.md. Can you see that glob pattern? So it is just going to see this Claude.md file, and then after reading some other files, whatever the summary will be there for this particular all the project, it will add in Claude.md. So what I mean about this file, before talking about the custom commands, I'm just moving on to the this init command. Right now, I'm talking init command, and I said this is very important. And this initialize the Claude code in your project. Please, everyone, bear with me. I'm talking about init command is something which is just going to initialize your project, your repository. And then after, it is going to scan your complete code base, and then after we'll create a summary, then after we'll create Claude.md file. And this is the main file. And the file is included in every request. That means like whenever you are going to ask any query, it will always ask to Claude.md, and on the basis of it, it will give the response. So this is awareness for your project, improve code suggestion and edit, and reduce the need to repeatedly explain the context. Right? This is something very interesting. And now you see that like created Claude.md at your workspace. What is that, sir? Okay, could you please see at the bottom? And this is something which is going to save everything for my project. So you see that Claude.md, this file provide guidance to Claude Code, and when working with code in this repository. Repository overview, we have the two projects right now. One is weather app, one is lab one. With that, we have something like here, setup and run. We have some run test, how you will do that. Every information is given to you. All test run, services test only, and with coverage. The complete architecture, how you will be running the labs, how you will be running the test. For second project, architecture of this one, about interest, and that's why we have account rate, config, and some test related. Hey guys, this is something amazing. So in case you think like this is a simple one, no, it is very important. And that's why I added a dedicated slide for this particular command, init command, right? Make sure what it is doing for my complete repository, for my complete project. It will first scan, it will make a summary, and will add that one in Claude.empty, right? So this is all. No worries, guys. In case if you have some questions, I will give all the answers in very much detail. Just need to wait. Right. Coming back to this point, I also discussed about doctor. So some command may be skipping because it will be running in terminal. I will need to go there by clicking on this terminal. I can just execute. But unfortunately, it's not working. So I will switch on to the Windows laptop. That time I will explain this doctor and all, right? It's not working right now. But anyways, I just showed you like how to clear it, how to get the init. With that, when you will keep on doing this old task again and again, I would like to do the compact. It should work. So compact is nothing like, as I discussed, it will comprise all the tokens at the back. Means whatever the questions I ask, explain the code, add the JWT authorization, give me explanation for this code, in it, whatever the task I have done, it is going to do compact. Could you please see that? Compacting. It means like a lot of queries I asked in the past, it is going to make a zip file of it. Kind of, not exactly zip file, but yes, making compressing of it. File I already showed you, right? So you can see right now compact is summarizing context to save token and keeps long session effective. Why so? Why it is required? Because guys, right now when you will start using, you see that 7 lines selected and it is compacting. But when you will start working with very long repository, that time it may be you can have thousands of different lines or maybe that more than that. And with that, putting all these things in the memory, it will start consuming the token and will degrade your performance. This is not only about the performance, but also about the cost. So we want to reduce the number of cost. With that, it will start giving you indication like context window is 70%, 80%, right? That time it is always better to do the compacting of it. After compacting, he's just saying he's done. He's just mentioning its analysis, what you asked earlier, and on the basis of it, it just hold each and everything as a context, right? I hope these all commands are very interesting when you will start using these things in your daily life. If not today, tomorrow also you need to come back, and that time you will remember, yes, we have attended one session in that we know how to use Claude Code and how much these commands are effective, right? So anyways, these are few commands are there, but with that I have something extra, custom commands as well. What is the meaning of custom? Custom means like I am not satisfied with the default one. I want to make my own command as per my use case. For example, in your organization, you every day open the database, you do some editing, you just pass your username and password, then after you get enter, and then after you access the file, you brought it out, and then after doing some work on it. And this is something that your whole team members keep on doing every day on different time slots. Now, what to do? Instead of doing all these steps, whatever you mentioned, one step, second step, third step, I would like to do it with the help of custom command. Just like when I say in it, it was scanning, it was reading my all the files and making a summary file. I also want to make my own custom one. Say its name is DB, right? I'm just giving the name DB. So when you say /DB command, if you want to create, so by this way, it will start doing all the tasks for you and for your team members. Means create your own command tailored to your workflow. I hope you are aligning with me, and whatever I'm saying, you are understanding, right? So right now we can automate the specific process, standardization, repetitive task. How to do that? In case you want to do that, okay. All right. So for this task, allow me a minute only. Okay. For this, we need to come here and need to create this Claude Just a minute, it's opening. Okay, sorry. So right now, very first thing that we need to do here, I will need to create my Claude command, Claude folder that you can find at the top also. But right now, here we have .claude is already there. And inside this, I will need to create a folder with the name commands. Please guys, make sure what I'm doing, I'm just going to create my own custom file, custom command. And to create this time, I'm just saying I want to make my with the name DB because my maybe like my company or employees means like my teammates want to use this one for multiple different purposes. So I will need to create this file with the name md db.md. So right now you can see like we have this particular command is there with us db.md. But what I need to add, maybe like for this I will need to add all the instruction, but instead of taking all this instruction, I'm gonna take some different example here. There we have. So guys, see that like to create my custom slash, just to save the time, I have added all these things. Well, otherwise I will spend more time to execute this whole stuff. This time I want to do the testing. So say its name is testing for now, but in case you want to take your own scenario, you says I would like to take for DB, first open it, open the your DB, then after you would like to access some file and then do some modification or some work, right? So maybe like you could have these old stuff with you. You could add all these steps in this db.md file, right? Just a minute. We have Ashu. Right? So in case right now we are not talking about this DB, but we are going to add all of these steps for testing, for example. In that case, I can do one thing. Instead of taking this name as DB, I can take the same one so that it should align with our agenda. So test.md. I want to create a custom command. And for creating this custom command, I'm wishing like which command to be tested. I will give the file name. And then after, identify the test framework. If the file test file path is provided, run only that file. If the source file, if no argument, report that one, whatever the task is there. That's it, guys. I'm done. This is super easy. In case if we want to use this kind of a command, you just need to add the command, and then after you will add all the instructions and it will start working just like we did it for pre-built commands. Right now, in case if I will need to go in my terminal and it will not work here, but let's try in case it work or not. In case if I want to test any particular file, I can say this file name is in service, for example. I'm going to take the path of it. So guys, please pay attention why I'm doing this. So why so? Because of this particular thing we have done. We have created a custom command here. Custom command in which we are saying like after this run the test for specific file and we gave the argument. And after that you see that it start doing some work for us. It start following this old stuff. It is going to open the file, like very first is search that file with the py name, testinterest.py, and then after reading it, bashing it, opening it, and after that asking, right? And keep on doing all the tasks we mentioned here. Isn't it interesting, guys? What is happening? Like I wanted to create my own command, right? So that it should work in a proper format, whatever I want. And now it is performing all this task. Now in this case, not only me, but my all teammates will also be able to use this particular command for their own purposes. Because this is something that is repetitive. I was doing this old task again and again. And now after doing all this stuff, he's just suggesting test can't be run for now because of some reason like OS ship is stub Python 3 that triggered an Xcode CLI install. right? This is the issue that is showing to us. Option 1, option B, option C. So then after he's saying, should I resolve this? In case if I want, I could say yes and to proceed, right? Even though my Python is installed, or maybe like some package is not installed, something is missing, it will keep on adding in my project. I don't need to worry much. It will suggest me each and every small thing here, right? So guys, this is something like custom command, right? So we discussed here for slash command and for custom commands as well. We also discussed about init. As we discussed, it just create the Claude.md file as well. With that, guys, we have something structured prompt. Prompt engineering plays very important role. So we have a perfect way like how you should deal with this Claude code. In this part, we should mention about the role, like who is Claude in the context. You should specify either you are a DBA, you are a developer, you are architect. So specify that thing very clearly. With that, give the input, what code or context is provided. In this case, you need to paste that language, like you want to develop that one in Python 3.11 or in Java, whatever the version. With that, tell the task very clearly. What do you want to do? I want to build this particular endpoint, right? It should not be like that, like I want to get the order status only. Instead of that, giving this complete path will be perfect one to get the perfect result. With that, very, very important constraint. Sometimes as a developer, we skip these things, but constraints are important. Otherwise, it will keep on doing some work in the other files. Very clear, like do it in the Python. Instead of say that if I say only the Python, that may be critical because it will be creating as per its need. It is fast API with that version. It's always very important to add the constraint. With that, you can say what is the output format. In that one, you want to get the output format like it should be as a single file, or you want to get a complete file order.py, you should specify the output. Guardrail, like what should not be done, either the SQL or no bare expect clauses. Maybe like you can have many other guardrail to be included in your prompt. So guys, whenever you are interacting with your Claude code, it plays important role. Not spending much time, but yes, I can speak for hours for this particular topic, but very important in this summary. You can see this 6 points plays very important role whenever you are interacting with the Claude code. Now, guys, I would like to build an application, right? So for building an application, we need normally what we do. Like in case I want to do the same thing in say in chat GPT, so I may need to reach here, need to just say, and after that you could bring up any particular file, but please pay attention what I need to do. I will need to reach here in my repository, and then after I could find these kind of drives. I could pick only a single file at the moment. Even that is not possible here, right? So I can't provide the complete project. This is the big disadvantage. And even though if I'm able to perform some task related to one file that I want to upload, but still I will need to do the copy paste, right? In case if I need to create this one in the chat GPT, I will need to first define the idea app, will set up these things, it will suggest me. And by providing these kind of a stuff, this kind of a prompt, for example, in GitHub Copilot, it will also start helping you in the similar in your ID where we have. So guys, please pay attention. I hope you all are aware about it. If not, you could also use Claude Code. At the top, you will find this option here. Just let me drop down. Here you can find, there we have this. There you could write down your prompt, or you could also generate these things for your project. But right now, what is happening?
Hey,
Okay.
Saurabh, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to tell you that there are a lot of things to be covered. I just wanted to let you know that
Yeah,
hello.
sure. I'm just spinning up.
Yes.
Yeah, no problem. So right now, like here, we were talking about the building and complete application, and with that, you can find here we have to provide few of the prompts here. I am just quickly showing you what is going to happen here. So right now, just to create a complete, this was first of all the previous format I discussed here to add the role, task, constraint, these all stuff. But right now, in case you want to create a complete website, you can give the prompt like here. You are going to design a prompt structure for a weather dashboard Flask app, and it should have routes, service layer, and blah, blah, blah. You're just going to provide. And with that, create all the files. In the first wave, we are asking to plan. Don't create it. And it will start helping you to give that particular planning mode. Just a minute, I'm just going to show you quickly. Right now, I would like to play with it. And at the bottom, I am just going to say, allow me to give me complete plan. How can I create this project? So it will first start creating it for me, weather dashboard, and it is suggesting all the files, right? After this, in case you want to create all the project, you can keep that. Just to save the time, I have already done. And then after, you will find this weather app, right? This weather app. In the real time, once you will see, in case you want to execute, you can also say, implement that get weather app that we have. And I will need to say this all information to it, and it will start executing this app for me. I want to execute this one. So see, like it is going to do this task. Here we have the app.py. In case, like if I want to execute, I could show you that web app clearly, like this is the complete one, right? So there it is going to execute this file, this project for me. So guys, what is happening for now? I'm just talking about this small Claude Code use case in which we were talking about a complete web app application, right? And for this, we discussed to make the plan. And then after we sat to create it, I already did this one. Otherwise, I could show you. But I did this one just to save the time. And now we are talking about implementing. For implementation, I wanted to take the API. And for this part, I will need to go in this website, that is Open Weather App Map, sorry. So this is somewhere like where I will need to go to this website and need to create the API. So guys, this is free for you as well. In case you want to create, you can do that. You can reach here in the APIs and you can get that API as well. That API I also generated, and I'm also using this one here, and I have this APIs here. So in case if I want to do this, I wanted to do this one in my project. And there in the env, in my configuration file, can you please see, check that? Here we have the OpenAI. And now I want to replace this with this new one, and done. And now in case if I want to execute, I can say simple. Sorry, I just wrote a spelling mistake. App.py, I want to implement it. And after that, it will be running in my local server. And then after, it will be able to give us the real-time weather app. I will ask any country. So we'll need to do that. Here we have this. And for this, first of all, I'm not getting that option, but we can try. It's not working. Otherwise, I can execute this one directly by saying Python app.py. But before that, I will need to reach onto this terminal. Then after Python 3 app.py, this should be done. But right now, this is also not working in my code. So let's try this one directly. Otherwise, I could show you. Run this file. Let's see, like in case we are able to do this. And once it will work, then after we will be able to execute this one in our local server. And then after we can pass any of country name, it will start executing. Python 3 is not available on this machine. So this is only the issue we got. I tried to do it on the VM as well. No problem, but yes, I hope you got the main agenda. Right now, we have just created a complete web application, weather app. What we have to do, we have just given some prompt here. Very first, we gave that prompt to, first of all, to make the plan. Then after we created, and after creation of it, we developed this complete application. After adding this credential with the weather API, after that, once it will start running, we could ask the weather for Delhi or London or for US, like it will start giving from the real time. Like in Delhi, it is 32-degree, for example. So it will start giving us this response on the website. So this was real time, but last time execution, though this is small thing, but yes, I hope you got the main agenda, how we can do that. You can see there we have the local host where we can execute this complete file. I hope you got the agenda. With that, very important MCP server. And to do this, we have MCP server is here. So I would like to switch on to other one. So could you please, Aditya, could you please give me access here on another machine? I'm not getting that share option there. I will share both the things. And guys, next we have the MCP server, where in the MCP server is very important that, yeah, please. Aditya, are you here?
Yes, let me check. So he'll
Yeah.
be providing you the access.
Yes, Srishti, please do this for me. Thank you. So next, guys, we have very interesting two more topics are remaining, and then after I'm done for my side, there I'm talking about MCP server, where definitely like this is something like where we want to use the external tools, and from Anthropic we got this MCP, and in MCP we have a lot of servers out there that you can use it for multiple purpose. For example, right now in your current application, you have your own website, right? So we will create a website, and in that website, we will have the small few things out there, right? And now we want to improve. So what it will do, this MCP server will open this browser automatically, will take the screenshot, maybe like in my website, something is on one side, not better UI. So this MCP server will open it, and with that, it will be able to get the screenshot and will improve it automatically. What I mean, with the help of these, this will use the multiple tools here, and then after it will open the browser very first and will run the code in the browser, just like this website. It will run that, and tools to navigate to the address and tools to click on the screen. And then after it will start getting this all, means like we'll take it and we'll try to improve the web app. So just allow me 1 minute. I'm just switching my screen, and then after we'll show you this. Thank you. So here we have very first, guys, you see that like the previous one, and I just searched for London and I got this in the real time. Why this happened? Because of I think like I executed the different project now. That's why it is not showing me. But I showed you that one because maybe like I have just opened. I need to wait for a minute. Now this is the one, and there we had API key that we provided. And this is something like we executed. Guys, you can see that like I am re-executing, and now I got this one. For example, I just want to pass this name as Delhi. What is the temperature in Delhi? You can see we have created this app just due to few prompts only, and I got that. Delhi 28 degrees Celsius right now, and the location we can find, right? So this is interesting, and this we have created in only 5 to 10 minutes only, right? Right now, I would like to switch quickly on MCP, and for MCP server, we need to, first of all, need out of this one, Control C. Then after, to create the MCP server, I will need to create, first of all, an application. Say, this is my app chat In this one, we need to create a file, say index.html. And where is my index page? I have just already copied. This is nothing. It's a simple page. Now you see that, like, I'm going to see how this seems to be. Okay, could you please see that? Right now, I want to use MCP server. In this, it will take the screenshot, and then after this should be changed, right? But right now, in case if I want to proceed, so we have this playwright MCP server. And you can find this playwright MCP server, right? But right now, to do the updation, I will need to add this all information here. So guys, whenever I want to play with it, very first we start all this stuff with the help of Claude. So going to start with, first of all, this address, and we'll need to copy this. We'll need to install this playwright server, because I want to include this playwright server in my account. So very first installing. And as I will install, you can find I will get one more file here, mcp.json. Could you please check that? So guys, please try to understand MCP. We have some file here in text.html. And to improve this, I'm using this MCP server. So this is my MCP server that I have installed. And after installing, we got this mcp.json. In this one, to make it better, to use it, I need to tell about the browser name. But where is my browser name? There, I need to copy only two statements here. And that you can find on their GitHub repository as well. So going to add this on this place, that's it. That means like whenever MCP server will open, it will use MSH, right? You can find MSH. So right now, going to start with the word Claude, and it will start interacting. But right now, you can use this for all future apps, right? Proceeding, and there we can find this Claude. So right now, there we have the prompt. Right now, this is the prompt that we want to open that I showed you in the PPT, like open the tool or browser, then have to use the tool. So want to give the complete address. In this one, I will need to change the address. Like this is the address. Where is that one? This is my web page. I want to say like this is my web page, and please take the screenshot of it and then after improve it. So going to change this one on this place. Pasting it. I think like this is about no problem, but no problem. Like we can do one thing. We can move back here, and I can do it on this place. So guys, please pay attention. This is interesting because what we have done, we are just talking about a prompt. You are a senior front-end developer, and app is running on my local, and I give the address. And after that, I have already taken some of the information, like you need to open the browser, navigate, take the screenshot, and update our file. Which file, sir? Index.html, right? Please check it out. And I'm going to do it once again in this area. So going to do it. Since I want to improve this, I will need to do it once again. No problem. I'm just going to do it once again by writing the Claude. And now I want to give my prompt. I want to say like here, just, okay, there we have. So right now what we have just mentioned, like my project is running right now in my local on this address. And I want to open the browser, want to take the screenshot, want to navigate and update this all. Focus on these things and the constraint or plain or a CSS file. And now guys, you see that like this is going to do, I'm proceeding, yes, navigate to URL. And now please check it out guys. Like there we have this particular web page that was running already there. Now, or do you want to proceed? I say yes. After that, it will start taking the screenshot of this. Could you please see this file here on this place before styling PNG? Here we have the screenshot is taken by MCP server. And after that, it will change the header, this chat bubbles, input, and overall, it will start improving. And right now, we are going to see the complete one, the updated one as index.html. Means it is going to do updation in my web app. Do you want to proceed? I say yes. And now we will see a new page with improved version. We got new index.html. Yes. Now, in case if I want to open this one once again, please check it out, guys. Hey, we have a new app there. By using MCP server, the app that seems to be very ugly, that was on left side, but now we got this side. We got a new updation automatically done by this way, right? Hello, how are you? And what we had earlier, guys, earlier we had this kind of thing. This time, hello, hi there, and something was there. After styling, you see that the updating one, right? We got it. So that's it from my side, guys. But right now, what we have covered, we discussed a lot today about Claude Code, but in a very short time, I tried to give you much thing. We discussed a lot of commands, not only slash command, but custom commands as well. We discussed about refactoring. We have developed a web application. This is a weather app. I showed you how you can debug, how you can refactor, as well as we have used MCP. I hope you all enjoyed this. In case you have any queries, we will just connect after this. Shruti, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Saurabh. So basically, can you please just stop sharing your screen? Thank you, thank you. So, Saurabh, that was absolutely insightful, and thank you so much for breaking down Claude Code in such a practical and easy way to understand for everyone here. And I'm sure a lot of people have got a clarity on how this is going to work. And I just want that if everybody can just put a thumbs up in the chat box so that we can understand that, okay, everybody's still here and everyone got an idea about how this actually works. And if you have any doubts, any questions, you can just put it in the chat box so that we can come back to Saurabh and ask about all of the questions and answers. Moving forward, as we can see this slide, like we have covered a lot of things about Claude Code and like what exactly it is going to be, but just wanted to also give everyone an idea that what are the 7 hands-on lab we would be covering here. That is going to be explore a real repository, fix bugs and generate documentation, refactor real modules, build AI-powered script, build testing, refactoring documentation agents, AI-powered DevOps pipeline, end-to-end development project, enterprise-grade AI encoding setup. So everybody, you can just stay till the end. We would be covering a lot again after this as well, that what are the capstone projects we will be covering in this entire journey. So your profile is portfolio ready as AI-powered development project. Moving forward again with the Claude Code Mastery Roadmap, again giving you a basic idea that now I think you might be very clear that what all things we would be starting. The from fundamentals of Claude Code, moving with installation, setup, and workplace, directly moving forward with advanced technologies and power usage. Capstone projects are something we would be doing at the end. So again, reiterating once again the 4 phases of learning paths. The phase 1 is introduction to Claude Code and setup, deep dive into Claude CLI and configurations, exploring advanced features and integrations, and security advanced techniques and project implementation. So I believe all of that is clear to everybody till here. And along with this, again, you can see a slide which covers entire thing that how we are helping you to understand and learn about the technologies, then work on the real-time projects, and then move forward with the resume, mock interviews, LinkedIn profile, and the job support. Moving to the next slide. now, after understanding what Claude is and how the three-step framework works, you might be thinking that, what should be the next step, why, from where I should start, and how I can implement all this, and like maybe how K21 Academy is going to help you with all of that, right? So we will be talking about all of that as well. We will be covering all of that. So at like K21 Academy, our founder, our team strongly believe in taking an action rather than just thinking about taking the next step. So I would like to ask who here would like to work with us. Actually, we have a limited seats available for this Claude Code Mastery program. In this program, you will master Claude Code for high-paying AI roles. So whosoever is interested, you can just ping in the chat box, and in this program, you will be covering a lot of things related to cloud as we have discussed already. You can see Mastering Claude Code for high paying AI job, 8 modules, 18 plus lessons, 7 plus hands on labs, 5 plus projects, live interactive sessions so that even if you have any doubts, any questions, you can just interact with the trainer in the class directly. And moving forward, we would be providing you two options for this Claude Code Mastery. We will be covering all of the questions coming on the chat box, but first of all, giving you the first option here, that is upskilling. So for this upskilling track, this includes 5 projects, as you can see, 18 plus lessons and 7 plus hands-on labs. Moving forward, you can exactly see that Claude Code Mastery if you see what you are going to get. So you are going to get around 8 modules, 7 plus hands-on lab, 6 real-world capstone projects, and other benefits. But as if I talk about the price, as it is mentioned over the screen, you can see that it is 997 one time if you go for this entire thing we have covered just now, the 8 modules, 7 plus hands-on labs, 6 real-world capstone projects, and other benefits. Or if it is not feasible for you all to go for the direct one-time payment, you can also opt for installment. That would be 397 into 3 months, and it could be gone for the installment options as well. Also, you can see the drop down. I can also ask my team to drop in the chat box, that is k21academy.com/Claude code upskill, by which you can just go directly and you can make the payment, you can complete the registration so that as soon as we're starting the batch, you are onboarded with us. Also, moving ahead, there is one other thing I need to discuss, that for this particular webinar, we are offering a limited offer price as well for everybody who has stayed till here in the webinar. So as you can see, if somebody is interested and if you are registering in this session itself, my team is here to help you and guide you that how you can proceed with the registration. And I also can demonstrate you here itself. But today, for the webinar itself, if you're going for the one-time payment, it will be costing you 497 for one-time payment. But if you're still not comfortable with that, you can again go for the installment option, which will be 231 into the 3 months. That will be the installment options. So, Aditya, if you could just drop the link in the chat box, people can directly go and register. I see a lot of people already are completing that. So as I already mentioned, we are having limited slots, that is 25 slots for this particular webinar. And I already see a lot of audience here who have mentioned in the chat box that they are interested. So maybe you can just register and drop here in the chat box that it is already completed so we can guide you for the further steps and my team can connect with you as soon as possible. Moving forward, we have Claude Code Mastery. Let's suppose if you are going to the link, you can see that there will be the first name option, last name, email address. You can also see the number. You also have to fill the billing information. The next step is that you can select the method, what you want to choose. You want to go for complete one-time payment, or you want to go for an installment option. So whatever is something which is comfortable, you can opt for that. Even if it is installment, we have given you the option. Moving forward, once your registration process is completed, you will be also getting an onboarding email through our team over your email. So it will be giving you the access of all of the things which you need to cover. And apart from this, if you have any questions, you can just drop in the chat box so that I can also just pick it here itself before you are registering. So we also have a lot of things saying that what if I do not get result? So we also will be covering like 100% money back guarantee for 60 days for this particular program. We will be discussing this in detail, but let's take a look forward. So a lot of people also says that, okay, I can learn all of this by myself. And there are like, 70% of students who does not even take the action after the registration if you go for the programs like Udemy or Coursera. So what we believe here is in the structured training. So if you have a complete guidance, if you have a complete team who is working behind you, guiding you in every step, that whatever is required, you can just move ahead with the same. And also, moving forward, again, giving you an idea about like the price structure. Again, it is on the screen. It is 497 for one time. And if you want to go for installments, it would be costing you 231 for 3 months. Any doubts, any questions, you can just put it up in the chat box so that I can take forward all of the questions. So again, people might be thinking that, okay, what if I have learned this and what will be the next steps ahead? Like, let's suppose I want to look forward with the job opportunities in the market. How would I get that assistance? As we already discussed in the three-step framework previously, that we will be covering the job assistance part as well, that how you can be market ready and how K21 Academy can help you to get job in the market. So again, like if everybody is still here, I just want a thumbs up that everybody is still with us and they want to know more in detail about what this three-step framework is all about. And by all of the things we are covering before, how we can also make sure that we are covering the three-step framework and providing you the help which you require to be industry ready and get the job in the market as soon as possible. So you can just type in the chat box so that I can start with the three-step framework as well. Okay, so three-step framework, I would just like to give you a basic idea again, as we already discussed that this is structured framework to move into 250K plus cloud and AI job roles. Learn and build is something we already have discussed. Then like positioning yourself is very important and cracking the interview is also something which is very important. First thing, as we discussed, not confident to super confident is something with a lot of people are struggling. So you need to cover hands-on labs, projects, and certification. Many people hesitate to apply because they don't feel confident. And that is the reason through hands-on labs, real-world projects, and certifications, you move from I don't know if I'm ready to I can confidently apply. This is where transformation begins. Mistakes, trying to learn everything at once is also a big mistake. A lot of people try that. They might be learning everything at once, and then after learning everything, they can look forward with a job opportunity. But this is now not how things work. Like that was something which was the old method followed by the people, that okay, we will be start covering everything whatever we are getting from all of the courses over the internet, and then they start applying for jobs. So we follow a fast process where you need to start implementing things and then move forward accordingly with whatever is required to upskill according to your profile and according to the job rules whatever you're targeting. As mentioned, search, apply, learn, implement, and repeat. So it's very important, first of all, to search what is actually required for your profile, what you require, and what you are aiming for. You also apply for the same, you start learning and start taking an action on the same. And as soon as you have taken an action, implement and repeat the same process again to get the fast results. So we have weekly interview calls, resume, and LinkedIn. So like how you can go from no interview calls to weekly interview calls. We have some tips on resume and LinkedIn, which is very important. So there are 5 resume mistakes which people are doing, reason for no or limited interview calls. Mistake one is people are using same resume over and over. If you're applying for 4 multiple job opportunities, if the job description is different, you need to change it accordingly. It will not work as same if you're putting for every, I would say, job opportunity. Mistake two is that your resume is non-ATS compliant. So if you're not having the required keywords as per the job description, obviously your CV is not, or your resume is not getting shortlisted at the first place by the AI itself. So that is the very simple, I would say, but a drawback a lot of people are not aware of. Moving forward, we have mistake three, that is not putting the related skills. So they might have put it a lot of skill set, a lot of projects, but not relevant to the job description which was asked. And that is something which is again very simple, but a lot of people does not actually take a strict action on that. So remove unnecessary skills if that is required, and put whatever is something with what you need to actually put as I would suggest according to the job opportunity or the job description. So it is very much important to also put the relevant projects, because if you are not putting the relevant projects, if you are just mentioning that, okay, like I have this done this project, it will not give impact which a recruiter is looking for. If you just mention the entire project, whatever technologies you have learned, whatever you have did in that particular project, to understand what are your strong point, and obviously according to that your profile can be considered by the recruiters. So as mentioned, add as many as relevant projects possible. No follow-up. So no follow-up is something people I think are not taking care of. Like you just apply to a lot of opportunities, 10, 100, and then you don't look back, you don't take a follow-up action that what exactly happened, why you haven't received any of the email or a revert from their end. So first is that you need to identify the recruiter or the employer, which company, who is the recruiter. Connect recruiter over the LinkedIn. It's very important part, so that at least they are also getting attention to your profile. Prepare a message is a simple, you can prepare a very simple message that you are looking forward for your application, and like what exactly is the status. You should take a follow-up via email or a job portal, like whatever is suitable and from wherever you have applied to. Weekly resume clinic is also something which we are providing here if you are enrolling for the program. So you get the complete idea on how you have to prepare your resume. Moving forward with some of the results, what I would say, like people who already have followed these things have got a result, and that is the reason we are here to give you an idea about this 3-step framework. So we have again Jobby, as we discussed earlier, no interviews to job offer in 2 weeks. So he moved to Australia, was struggling to get job. He mentioned that Atul so prepared him on how to prepare resume, interviews with right attitude. Then started getting back-to-back interviews, and then it resulted in the job offer within 2 weeks. So that is again something very important to follow. Ronnie, again, not confident to confident. Resources provided in preparing me for interviews help me build stronger understanding on key concepts. Moving forward is optimize your LinkedIn profile optimization. There are certain things which you need to actually see that if it is not there in your LinkedIn, you need to just update it as soon as possible. Your professional photo, customized URL, headline summaries. These are some of the basic things which people are even aware of but are not taking in action. So taking in action is actually very important so that your profile is something which is visible to the recruiters, and by that only we can expect that you might be getting interview calls. So we are discussing in detail about the LinkedIn profile review once you are coordinating with our team as well. We also help you to build authority over the LinkedIn, that is content for authority. We also have different sessions for that. Then we help you to also tell you what exactly should be the content in terms of if you're adding your projects and if you're adding any kind of your experience, what exactly should be the content you should mention into your LinkedIn profile. You can see, Michael, loads of email for job prospects. I think I did my homework and updated my LinkedIn profile. I must admit, as soon as I did it, I start getting lots of email for job prospects. So at least maybe we can try this and we can start getting at least results. Amol, again, profile shortlisted. So updating my resume and preparing for interview questions, tailored the job description. My job search process made me feel well prepared, also given me the motivation to apply for more opportunities, refining my expertise, and my profile is currently shortlisted in 2 organizations. That's great. So coming forward with no job offer, the step 3, that is no job offer, and how to get multiple job offer, that is again through the mock interviews. As mentioned, tech and behavioral both are equally important. And if you want to land a job that is 250K plus salary, obviously you need to follow this entire 3-step framework, which we have discussed earlier. Again, coming on towards the mock interviews, you can see scenario-based questions we have, and then we have technical questions, additional questions, troubleshooting questions. We will be training, my team will be training you for everything, every mock interview, and there will be unlimited mock interview available as well using the very popular STAR method. As you can see on the screen, this is the mock interview call preparation session. So we are having a complete calendar which is designed specially for the people who are looking for the mock interview calls and the preparation session. So you can actually see all of the time slots which are available. You can book a time slot and you can go accordingly. Again, I would say to everyone that search, apply, prepare, implement, and repeat so that we start taking an action as soon as possible. And then obviously you are hired after completing all of this. If you're following whatever we have discussed till now, it is actually possible to look for better job opportunities. You can see tons and tons of people who got result by following the same 3-step framework. So we have Nazif received offer letter in 3 months. Yunus expecting 2 offers. I have attended interview from 3 different companies. Results. Hello, Atisha. I just wanted to thank you to last mock-up interview. I passed technical interview, so they're thanking the team that for the guidance and everything. So we have a very common question that mock interviews increase chances. Yes, it is. Of course, we go extra mile. We learn a lot of things. For job support and guidance, we help you for 1 year on job support as well. You can see tons and tons of reviews what we have. And again, what's next? So again, as mentioned earlier, we had 25 seats available. If somebody is actually ready to take action with our team, we would be helping you if you also want to go with the Claude Code Mastery, or if you also want to go with the entire job support, we are offering you both the options. So as you can see, first we discussed about upskilling pathway that helped you get 5+ projects, 18+ lessons, and 7+ hands-on lab. But again, here, if I talk about the job focus, you are covering the entire upskilling part, plus 6 certifications, plus the entire job preparation, whatever we have discussed till now. So again, you can see the complete URL here. I can also ask my team to share that in the chat box. If you want to see for upskilling, then you have to go on k21academy.com/Claude Code Upskill. But if you want to see for job focus, you can go for k21academy.com/AI job. I hope everything is clear till here. If you have any doubts, any questions, just feel free to drop in the chat box so that I can pick the question simultaneously. Till then, I just give you an idea about what will be the price structure for the entire roadmap if you want to go and also go for the job focused program. So what you are going to get here is the complete 8 modules, 7+ hands-on lab practices. As mentioned, whatever was covered in the upskilling part, plus the entire job focus things, as mentioned, your real world projects, resume, mock interviews, LinkedIn profile, and your on job support. So for that, we have the entire amount, that is 6,000 rupees for the entire job focus program. But if somebody is not comfortable for going for the entire one shot payment, we also have an installment option available for 4 months that is going to cost you $1,750. So if somebody is interested, we are just dropping the link in the chat box, that is k21academy.com/AI job. So you can just go directly, you can register, you can go and choose whether you want to go for the one-time payment, whether you want to go for the installment option. Let me just show you that as well so that it is easier for the people who are saying I'm interested, I want to enroll. So again, you have to fill the basic details like first name, last name, email address, spelling address. Then you can select whatever method is comfortable for you, whether you want to go for the one-time payment or whether you want to go for the part payment, or we can say the installment options. Again, you will be receiving an email, an onboarding email from our team as well, and my team or the team will be reaching out to you as soon as possible. Then we would be providing you a complete journey, that from where exactly you can start, how we would be taking your journey, and it will be guided through my team itself. So as the very common question, what we get is, what if I don't get results? So we have a full money back guarantee program, which says that simply complete hands-on labs projects, apply for at least 50 jobs and get your CV reviewed. Ask for help if you need it. And if you feel that the program is not worth the money you invested, simply share the screenshot about your actions and you'll receive a full refund. So that is something we are giving you in writing. What the clients say, we have already discussed, but there are, again, a lot of things we need to cover. So again, some of the questions I'm taking here is that the sessions will be live or whether it is a recording. So let me tell you, all of the sessions are going to be live and interactive. So if you have any doubts, you can just directly and simply ask your trainer. And also, if in case of emergency, you're missing out on something, you can directly go for the recordings as well. Still, for the people who mentioned a lot of doubts in the chat box, I just wanted to tell you that my team is available. The team will be helping you for everything, and we are here to help you about all of the doubts and queries to get cleared and get a complete guidance. So if you still have any doubts like, okay, this is so and so my background, and I want to understand whether this is something which will be helpful, you can just book a call. Simply go on k21academy.com/apply Claude. From there, you can easily book a call with the team, and it is quite easy to understand and get a tailored solution according to your profile. So let me show you how exactly you can book a slot. You can see there will be a calendar opened. You will be given some of the slots available for the days. As you can see, it's available for 4th, 5th, and 6th. You can see the available time slots. You can click on whatever time is suitable for you. Fill the basic details like your name, email ID, phone number, and whatever is required. Simply, you can book a call, and congratulations, your call has been booked with the team. So again, there are tons of reviews and tons of people who already got the result. We can see I started a new job month ago. I'm like handling all well. And you can see Atul just wanted to let you know that I got two offers today. So it's only about taking an action and understanding what exactly is good for your profile. So we every time say that, taking an imperfect action is always better than taking a perfect inaction. So I believe all the people who are still stuck that whether we should start or whether we should wait and understand, I would actually request you to book a call with my team so that you have the complete guidance, complete clarity, and then you can take a complete informed decision that whether you should go with this or not. Again, for Claude Code Mastery, any doubts, any queries you have, you can just directly book a call as to the given link below. That is k21academy.com/apply Claude. So any doubts, any questions, now we'll also be opening the floor for the questions. You can just drop everything in the chat box so that I can just take all of the questions one by one. Again, presenting all both the options towards you. So the first is upskilling, 5+ projects, 18+ lessons, 7 hands-on lab. And for the job focus, obviously we'll be having upskilling plus 6 certification and the job preparation. Any doubt, any queries you have, you can just drop everything in the chat box here. Again, for people who still have not enrolled for Claude Code Mastery, I think we are left with only limited seats as there were 25 in total. So still, like you can go and check and visit the website and check whether it is available or not. If available, obviously you can avail the same offer within this webinar that if you want to go for one time, it will be 497. But if you want to go for a part payment, you can go for 3 installments and it will be $231. So now you can drop all of the questions. Let me check. So Kiran is asking that, so Kiran, basically we are not including the certification fees in the same. So if there are anything related to certifications, that will not be included. Any further questions related to anything, you can just drop everything in the chat box so that I can pick everything one by one. Okay, so some of the common questions what I have already got uh, were that were the classes like suitable for beginners? So yes, like even if you are a beginner, we are not expecting that you know everything. So even if you are coming from a background where you are not sure that like whether this is going to be a right fit for you, as I already mentioned, you can just directly book a call and you can have a direct discussion with my team. You can understand that whether this is going to suit you well or not. But let me tell you, for beginners, this is very much possible as we are starting everything from the basics and foundation. We still have the basic questions coming that, okay, I've already mentioned about the live and the recording sessions, but yes, all of the sessions we are conducting are completely live. Okay, so if anybody's still having any questions and if you want to also speak up, you can just raise your hand in the uh okay, yeah. So you can just raise your hand and I can unmute you so that we can take your questions live as well. Okay, so we do have the question that are we having job assistance? So yes, as we already mentioned, that we are having two programs. The one path is that you can go for the upskilling pathway as it is already uh, on your screen. But the second one is that if you want, you can also go with the complete program, which will help you to also go for the job focused training, and that will help you from the scratch until and unless you are not prepared to get a job in the market. Any further questions if are left? Aditya, if you can also let me know if there are any questions left.
No, sister, I guess you have covered all those questions.
Okay, great. So actually, we have already taken a lot of time for everybody who has joined from the very beginning, but I really appreciate all of the efforts you have done and stayed here till the end because I'm very sure you might have got some value out of this session, and that is the reason everybody is still here. So again, asking if you have any doubts, any questions, you can just put it in the chat box and let me just take all of the queries one by one. If no questions are there, you have already booked a call. That's great. My team will have a one-on-one connect with you and we can wrap up the session from here. Okay. Uh, got it. I think there are no more questions and people have already booked the call. So again, telling you there are limited slots for both like the Claude Code upskilling and also for the call booking. As you can see, there are only 3 slots available for 4th, 5th, and 6th. So go and just book your call with the team. So if you have any doubts, you can clear everything. Thank you so much again, Saurabh, for the wonderful session, wonderful information on Claude and giving like everything very much clear for everyone. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining today and hope you got value in the session. Just again, I would like to see the thumbs up of the people who are still with us and who have just attended the entire thing. Everything is clear to you, and we'll be seeing everybody again in the next session. Thank you so much for joining, everyone.